Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. This is unbelievable, guys. I just can't believe it. We had a buyer this week. We had scheduled, it was a coming soon listing, and we had scheduled, and just so you know, coming soon, you're not allowed to actually go see the listing. It's quote unquote coming soon. So you have to wait. And while we were waiting for it to come online several days out, the list agent calls and said, listen, I'm so sorry we're going to have to cancel your showing. We got an offer so good, we had to accept it. It was a blind offer. They'd never seen the house, but they made an offer and we accepted. So sorry, we're under contract. Guys, this is 2021 type stuff. This is just ridiculous. It's insane that that's what's going on right now. But that is what is happening right now in Williamson County. We are seeing the median sales price right now for the first time ever. Median, not average, median means that you line up all the sales and the one in the middle, $1 million, guys, $1 million. Look at this. I pulled this yesterday. $1 million sales price out of 354 transactions, guys. This is over the past 31 days. This is a $500 million of single family residential selling in Williamson County. That's just crazy. Williamson County, that's Franklin, Tennessee, Nolensville. And you know, we've seen a lot of good headlines, right? Oracle moving its headquarters from Silicon Valley. Oh wait, this is December 2020. I was reading it before, guys. Believe it or not, they moved out of California to Austin in 2020, and then they're like, wait, actually, we're going to move our headquarters to Nashville. Pump fake. Austin was taken by surprise. Actually, they were pretty disappointed. Oracle said, listen, we want to be closer to healthcare, which, by the way, it's like corporate healthcare, guys. It doesn't mean you've got magically better healthcare if you live in Nashville. And I'll tell you from personal experience, if you have health issues, you may want to make sure that it has the expertise and the availability that you need, because it's not exactly the easiest place to get a doctor. I hate to say that, by the way, because Nashville's awesome. I'm just saying, check before you move here that you have the healthcare you need. Don't just assume because we're the healthcare capital of the world that we're so good at it. You tell me in the comments what your experience is. And this is not to trash on that. Nashville's awesome. Look, Oracle's moving here. It's awesome. TikTok was another high-profile move. Let's just avoid the politics here, but the fact that they were wanting to move to Nashville, it tells you something, right? People want to live in Williamson County, especially if they have a family. And I've helped. There's two businesses, two buyers that I've helped that are moving their businesses here. And, they're not getting some big handout from the state to move here. They're just moving here because it's such a better place to have a business. And the lifestyle, the culture, the schools, you name it, it's checking a lot of boxes. You have a lot of big time companies moving here. It kind of makes you wonder, is this just a Tennessee thing? Is it just a Nashville thing? Is it just Nashville? Because I'm telling you, the housing market is scorching hot in a lot of areas. Now, there are some soft spots. I've talked about them last week. But look at this. Stagflation. Guys, is it possible that we are going to have GDP go negative and still have inflation? Guys, I think that's a very real possibility. If you're looking for a crash, which I was in the housing market, your currency is dropping in value, and so everything's going up because everybody has so much money. Everybody has so much money, guys. They have so much money, but their lifestyles aren't keeping up with it, and they're trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Now, how long can that go on? I don't know. But by the way, guys, we had a bank failure too, okay? Now, this is the first bank failure in like 6 months. We had a bank failure, and you think, oh, could this be the beginning of the crash? It's starting to look bad out there. Rates are creeping back up. We're going to have another bank failure. These interest rates are squeezing people. They really are. If we go back and look at what happened with SVB, let's go back. Let's look at the chart here. Contract volume peaked in February of 2023, and it started tanking. Guys, when this started tanking, I thought for sure we were having a housing crash. I thought, this is it. We're going to have our housing crash. It's finally here. Do you know what happened, though? Right around in here, the Fed came out. They started their program. Free money handouts. We're going to print. And everybody has a technical. They're like, oh, that wasn't money printing. Oh, it was different. It was, I'm not smart enough to know whether it was money printing or not. Here's what I know. The Fed expanded their balance sheet. Yeah, it's shrinking again, but they expanded it and everything stopped. Everything got better. And now we have inflation again. Okay. So that's all I know. All right. I'm not smart enough to tell you exactly what happened. What I can tell you is they love financial stability more than they love, preventing inflation. And so I can't guarantee, I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. I don't know if houses, are going to finally go back to the median income and things are going to start making sense again, or if inflation's just going to go out of sight and incomes are going to catch up because it's the only way to make this thing work. I don't know how it's going to happen. And you can't know, guys. It's literally being decided by someone who owns the fate of our currency, and they're not exactly, look at their forecasts. They don't know what's going to happen, okay? But they can decide whether or not we get a currency crash or an asset crash. So if you're betting on one over the other, I would just remind you that right here, when the bank started failing, we got a big, massive expansion of balance sheet, and they staved it off for another year. Now we're starting to see it again. It's going to happen again. I don't know. That's my personal take. I mean, this stuff is really bigger than any of us, and timing it, who knows? But let's look at active listings here. Active listings skyrocketing, guys. 59.68, another huge move up versus 53.40 where we were last year. Remember, last week we were at 58.41, so we are moving up at a clip well over 100 per week. Let's zoom in on Davidson County here. We see Davidson County, remember we went vertical last week, kind of slowed down this week at 2080, but Williamson County actually shot up quite a bit. Look at Williamson County. Williamson County went vertical this week, 983 versus 884, 100 additional listings. So guys, even though it doesn't feel like it, even though things are scorching hot, I mean, it's scorching hot, guys. Look, that neighborhood that I covered, all 5 houses under contract immediately. Look at this. Days on market, 4,0,0,0,50. Only one went 50 days, and they all went under contract in April. So you can tell, one, seasonality, right? You had to wait till April before things got scorching hot. But man, oh man, are they scorching hot right now, all under contract within 60% in 0 days. Even though you see active listings exploding like this, even though they're much higher than they were last year, a lot of this, guys, is in the $1 million market. Okay, if we look at active listings in the $1 million market, look at this, 636, 1 million plus listings compared to last year, 535, 100 more listings, all in the $1 million market, guys. It's all in the $1 million market. Okay, and here's the sad part. If you look at the $1 million market, that's also where the demand is. If we go to Williamson County and just say, well, what's the ratio of our active listings compared to the contract volume? We actually have less supply today than we did last year at this time. Why? Even though there's 100 more active listings, there's even more contract volume. There's even more demand for those houses than there were last year at this time. Guys, it feels tighter. Now, Davidson County, 603 versus last year, we had 458. This is like a 30+% increase in active listings. We have over almost 150 increase from last year. And when we compare that ratio for Davidson County, we can see it is much higher. 4.2 is what it felt like. This is like essentially month supply. So essentially 4.2 month supply last year versus 5 this year. And man, when we get on the other side, middle of May, that's when contract volume peaks, and then look what happens. It'll shoot up. I'm willing to bet when we get into the middle of May, this is going to shoot up, and I think it'll shoot up more. It's already soft there, guys. Five months supply. If you look for the right house, now a lot of people are still overconfident in their listings, but you look for the right house, you can ask for a pretty hefty discount and get it. And we did a month ago. It was pretty awesome. Davidson County, very soft in the $1 million market. Most places, it's still an active market though, guys. It's not like there's not demand. Williamson County, it is tighter. Middle Tennessee, all in all, it's about the same. It's about 3.8 supply. It's just crazy. Look at this. Year over year, increase in active listings in the $1 million space. And yet there's an increase in demand every single year. It's amazing, guys. It's blowing my mind. Let's look at the discounts, which, by the way, I posted this on my Substack. This is just a newsletter. If you want an email newsletter of things that I'm learning in the housing market, feel free to sign up. I'm trying to be a better steward and give you more information. And so I'm sending more out. A lot of the incremental growth is what we just talked about was the $1 million listings. And when we look at the $1 million listings, there's so much demand that it feels actually about the same as it did last year. This is for just specifically Franklin. You take the ratio of active listings, you divide it by the contract volume, you get that ratio. That ratio will tell you literally how it feels at the time. You can see it's creeping up, but guys, it's about the same as last year. Now, this is discounted listings. This is just taking all the listings and saying, okay, are they discounted? How many are discounted from their original list price? And then how did that compare to last year? You see, there's only one standout is Nolensville. Okay, Franklin also increased, but seems like so small. It feels, and I gotta tell you, it's probably about the same. Probably about the same is the way it feels to me. But look at this Nolensville, 36% of active listings discounted versus last year, 14. It is a little bit soft in Nolensville. And there are pieces of Nolensville, especially if you get on the other side. If you get on the other side, you get on the east side of Nolensville, and it's pretty soft there, guys. 36% discounted. We saw some $1 million listings just sitting a long time there. Nice listings are going quick. Doesn't matter where they are. If they're nice, larger lots, going quick. Doesn't matter where they are. It's a hot market. Everywhere you see here, look, 26% of $1 million listings discounted. Look at College Grove. College Grove was kind of a disaster last year at this time. And this year, it's only 33%, which I guess is like better. Anyways, so if you want an email newsletter to see what's going on in the housing market, you can see this is where I'm posting my stuff. Have a great weekend.